Howdy boys. I'm just gonna put a little post for all you Poe farmers like me. Just bought this baler. It's a New Holland 640 Auto Wrap. Got it at an auction, and a lot of these balers, they have a monitor that tells you when to stop, tells you when to when it's done tying and cut, and when to kick out the bale. But most of the times they're gone, especially when you buy them used. Somebody's ruined it or ripped it out or something. Anyway, I thought I'd put together a little video, something that I did to hook one up, made myself. Just runs down through here. Ran a couple wires down to the existing wires that go into it. This here's a setup. All you got, simple electrical circuit. You got this little plunger that's pushed in when it's baling. Now the electricity comes through only two wires. This plunger, when it's pushed in, does not allow electricity to flow through this one right here. Now this one is actuated by, right underneath here, this little foot. Now when it calls to trip the bale to start to tie, when it's reached its maximum size, this piece flips over. So this plunger, when it trips, this plate releases forward and allows the electricity to go from this wire through this wire into this one, and this releases and it allows the electricity to run through this wire that usually runs out by the PTO. So it's basically power in, goes in, and when that releases, it allows the power out and it comes back through this line. So it's just a feed and a return. And I'll show you what I did in the tractor cab. So here we are in the tractor cab. Now a little monitor costs over $1,000 if you want to replace it. This one I built out of parts from the Radio Shack and O'Reilly's for under $25. And I probably could have done it cheaper if I hadn't gone with all the bells and whistles. Got a little flip on and off 12 volt illuminated switch so that I know when it's working. If the electricity goes, some reason there's a short to ground, this is a lighted illuminated fuse holder. When the fuse blows, it turns red. So I know that the problem with me not getting any power to the unit is because I've got a ground somewhere. This is just one of your average little flush mount amber LEDs that you get at O'Reilly's for a trailer. And this is a 108 decibel siren, I guess you'd say, or a beeper, a buzzer. And this box can be ordered online. It's 2" by 3" by 6, I think, and it's big enough to hold all your wiring and whatever. And I just use a piece of extension cord I cut in half and ran my wiring in. So what I did was, one wire runs out back here, runs down, and it goes to a couple of alligator clips that I've got connected to my battery, a positive and a negative. That power runs back up through into the monitor, goes to my fuse, the power side, power leg goes to my fuse. Then from the fuse, it goes to the bottom in and then the out of the switch. And you've got a ground in the center for your illumination. And then the power wire goes, hooks to the wire that runs out of this and to the baler. And then the other wire that's in here hooks from the other wire from the baler up in through here. So when the connection is made at the baler, that tells you to stop because it's tying, and then tells you when it beeps again to allow you to tell you that you can open up your gate. The power comes out, the plungers are released, the power is returned when they're released, and it comes up here to the light and to the buzzer. So when it trips, the light flashes, gives you a visual indicator, and the buzzer beeps. Therefore, you know that you can stop, allow it to tie. When it beeps again, your twine is cut and you can eject the bale. Because a lot of people say you don't need the monitor, and you don't, but when you've got a big diesel tractor and a cab and you're driving along baling hay and listening to the radio, you can't hear the click all the time, and you don't want to keep baling while you're wrapping twine. And for 25 bucks, why not make one? So I'll show you in a second how it works. All right, tractor's running. I'm going to engage the PTO. Now on these balers, they have a feature where you can automatically wrap your last bale by depressing this plunger. It starts the tying process. So I'm going to actuate this to begin the tying process, and I'll show you, I won't show you this, but I'll show you what happens inside the tractor cab when I do it. Ready? Here we go. Tying right now. Twine arms are returning. Now when it's done tying, that's how that works. I'll show you again. Here's the plunger, and I'm going to activate the tie. And that completes the tying process. So once again, this is what it looks like. Well, that's all there is to it. Pretty cheap. Only costs about $45. And frankly, I think it's pretty neat. I was thinking about putting a volume potentiometer on the buzzer, because it can be kind of loud. It really isn't when you get the tractor on and everything. But if you just wanted the visual indicator, you can go ahead and put a potentiometer on the volume of it. So you can either turn it all the way up, or you can turn it down. It's up to you. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.